Hello everybody, and welcome back to more of the Dynasty Tournament. It's me, Cooper, and today we have Tyranno Hassleberry taking on Chancellor Sheppard. You know what, Tyranno Hassleberry? It's your time to get revenge on Sheppard for not letting you into Obelisk Blue, even with your amazing grades, because you were simply poor and didn't go to a fancy schmancy private school. So, let's see what you got. Personally, I would set Black Stego Dinosaur. It's better to have a secret than it is to have a non-secret, but to each their own. If you wish to be aggressive, go ahead. Honestly, Tyranno Hassleberry would probably play that card in attack mode anyway. Element Saurus is here, and now it can negate the effects of effect monsters it destroys by battle, which is really good, honestly. Especially if that card is what I think it is. Cyber Phoenix, you ain't getting no effect. Oh, you need to be in attack mode anyway. But you aren't getting an effects, I'm afraid. Element Saurus won't let you. Yeah. And now this Black Stego goes in for 1,500. Yeah, no drawing a card effect for you. Yeah, it needs to be face-up attack mode to stop spell and trap card stuff from targeting machines, but this Element Source stopped him from even drawing a card. So, it sucks to be Sheppard right now, but I'm sure Sheppard will find a way to make a comeback. But we will see. We will see. I'm pretty excited about it. So, let us... Okay, you say is thinking about what they would like to do with this deck. Sheppard's deck is a deck I got here with. I'm pretty sure I was the character or person that put Sheppard in this position, but it was in a very horrifyingly stally duel, so it broke my mind and my heart. And I hope that Yusei doesn't have to suffer the same fate. But seeing as they're going up against a Dino Duelist instead of a Stall Duelist, I'm sure they will not have to suffer the same fate, because Dino Duelists fight with power. They don't care about tactics. They just want damage. Double Black Stegos and an Element Saurus. The Element Saurus still has its effect to negate effects, so that's really nice. And the Black Stegos do 3k damage together thanks to the Jurassic World buff. Jurassic World is a very nice card for these dinosaurs. So, let's see what you got. Alright, Cyber Shadow Gardna is pretty nice, but honestly, I would just use a Black Stego to get rid of it. Plus, I don't know if... Yeah, I think that becomes a monster, and I think Element Saurus is allowed to stop it. I don't know for a fact. I'm not gonna confirm anything. I'm just saying I'm pretty sure Element Saurus could probably negate that. But we'll see what happens. Dinosaur, are you gonna MST or something? It looks like you're trying to chain. It looks like you're trying to chain. Alright, no you're not. Alright, and they played it in defense mode, so you could actually defeat it with Element Saurus either way. So go ahead and destroy your opponent. Don't be afraid of it. You don't even need to read it. It copies your attack and defense, so as long as you attack it with Element Saurus, you are fine. If you attack it with Black Stego, you will not be fine. Okay. Interesting idea. Well, you know what? You stopped Cyber Phoenix from being on the field, which stops Cyber Ogre, so good for you. Very nice. And you stopped a lot of things from happening, so I could say that was a fine play. As long as your opponent doesn't, you know. There we go. Yeah, you got to go face down for a second. Now you're not even a monster. Alright, so what are you going to do now? Your opponent did not take your bait of Cyber Shadow Gardna. So now you have to think of something else. 2 Cyber Shadow Gardnas? Oh my god, even I couldn't think of such a strategy. It's too good. And we have another defense monster. Alright, what are the odds they drew 3 Cyber Phoenixes? And honestly, Dinosaur, where are your monsters? Don't you need a monster with, like, better attack points at this point? Where's your big boys? Gotta have something in that deck of yours. I guess we'll find out soon. Especially since Tyranno has a lot of dinos in his deck. It's a mostly monster deck, I think. Has some spells and traps, but mostly monster. And it looks like it doesn't matter what Dinosaur wants to do, because Cyber Shadow Gardna will activate, and then we'll be back in this same situation when they have to wait. Alright, and that means that their Cyber Shadow Gardna is still there. I highly doubt they have 3 Cyber Phoenixes, and I think you can attack that face down with Black Stego, but you don't have a new monster anyway, so that's a shame. And let's see what they have. Yep, you could have attacked it with Black Stego, I was right. But it's okay. I would have been wrong the last turn, so I don't blame you. And by Road Sacrifice, there we go, everybody. A Cyber Ogre can now be special summoned from the hand. And now that you see this Dynamasaur, what are you going to do about it? I mean, granted, you could keep your Black Stegos in attack mode. It wouldn't make a difference. They have an effect to protect themselves. But other than that situation, yeah, what are you going to do about it? Alright, Cyber Ogre will become a very big problem for our buddy Tyranno Hassleberry. That monster at 1900 attack, sadly that's one of Sheppard's best cards, can barely defeat the Elementosaurus and stop it from being annoying. So let's see if that's exactly what our buddy Yusei goes for. Yeah, you want to stop that annoying Elementosaurus, obviously, so you got to get rid of it. That way you could actually get your effects to go off now. And now you're going to wish you killed that Cyber Shadow Gardener while you had the chance. Alright, well, let's see what you do now. It looks like Chancellor Sheppard has built up their field. It looks like you're building up your own field. But you didn't draw your boss monster this entire time. That's a shame. Not a single tribute monster, huh? Earthquake is a really good play, actually. Holy crap. Earthquake forces the freaking robot guy into defense mode. Cyber Ogre's defense is terrible, which means even the Black Stegos can defeat it. But it looks like something's trying to chain right now. Something is trying to chain. I wonder what it is. There's no Magic Jammer because there's nothing in hand. Trojan Blast can't be... Okay, you can activate that, but that doesn't make a difference. All you're doing is putting yourself in defense mode, so... Yeah, Black Stego, Black Stego. You can put them both in attack mode, go for the face down as well. But the first target should be the Cyber Ogre. You want to kill it off. And that was a great play from our Dino buddy, Tyranno Hassleberry. Just like that. No more Dino. I mean, no more machine with good attack points. And that monster being face up is actually something you want. Because the second your opponent draws a card... Oh, wait. No, not when they have no hand, actually. When they have no hand, they actually like that card. Because I think it gives them a pot of greed. Yep, there you go. You get to draw 2 cards instead. But by the end phase, if they still have a card in hand, Cyber Archfiend will die. Which is fine, because Cyber Shadow Gardener will do the job, because you never killed it while you had the chance. Which I won't blame you too harshly. You just need to draw Ultimate Tyranno anyway. Which your opponent seems to summon Cyber Shadow Gardener a little too early. They need to save it for battle phase, but they do it too early, so... Oh, wait, maybe they can't keep the Cyber Archfiend. Maybe they can. If they play another card. If they don't, Cyber Archfiend will die. Well, can you play the card in your hand? Is it the Cyber Ogre? What's going on here? I know you don't have a 2 tribute monster, so that's either a spell trap or a monster. There's actually no way you can't play that card in your hand, logically speaking. So, I'm very confused now. What's going on with you, Yusei? Are you having some trouble there? It looks like they're having some trouble. Okay, MST. Jurassic World, yeah, I figured. Honestly, I'm pretty sure Dynamasaur has another Jurassic World anyway. Watch this. If they haven't been playing all new monster cards, they might as well just have another field spell in hand. Let's see if I'm right. Well, you get to keep your Cyber Archfiend and draw 2 cards again, so that's really good. I was right about the field spell. Yeah, if they haven't been tribute summoning, that's probably the reason. It's because their hand is full of bricks, and field spells are bricks when you already have one on the field. So let's see what you can do. Did you draw one of your tributes? You did not. Therefore, your opponent gets another pot of greed, basically. Or jar of greed, who cares? And then they could just summon whatever they want. As long as I'm right about this, they can always get rid of 2 cards in their hand. 1 for the spell trap card zone. Unless they have 2 spell trap cards, then they can't. But 1 for the spell trap card zone and then 1 for the monster zone. If they draw 2 monsters, they also can't. And then Cyber Archfiend will pay the price, which doesn't actually matter. Cyber Archfiend's death does not mean anything, because the opponent has Cyber Shadow Gardener, which they're most likely activating as we speak, instead of saving it for battle phase, which is probably, or Maybe you don't have the ability to save a battle phase. Maybe I should read the card before judgment is passed. But you should save it if you could. Oh, Element Source. That will save you. I'm pretty sure that negates the effect of the trap monster because it will be a trap. It will be a monster card when it tries to activate its effect. So you will be in no danger as long as you attack the Gardna with your Element Source. I'm honestly surprised that we're not seeing any variety of monsters from Tyranno Hassleberry. It's like they only drew the same cards. But whatever, as long as it wins them the duel, it's fine, right? Right? And then we're looking at the other side of the field. You say, like, well, what about my cards? What about Chancellor Sheppard? Chancellor Sheppard's a pro. He should be going all the way. And there's Cyber Shadow Gardna. Very nice. And it's in attack mode this time, but I still believe that Element Source will destroy it. And its effect will not even be able to activate. But I could be... Well, you know what? I am wrong. This says monster it destroys. So that means I am wrong. If it was in defense mode, this could kill it. But I can't. Now, I mean, you could trade with it with Black Stego. You might as well. Yeah, exactly. And then if they summon another one, just do your other Black Stego unless they put it in defense mode. So, great play. Great play from Dinosaur. And now... I would attack with Black Stego first, just in case they have another one. And you did not, but it's fine. It doesn't seem like they do. And there's another 1,800 damage, and another 15 on the way, which means Chancellor Sheppard has dropped below half health, everybody. That is not good. They need to get one of their frickin' Cyber Ogres out of here. They've already lost one, but there's got to be another one waiting. Cyber Ogre is the only card that can defeat the current monsters. Well, actually can't defeat Black Stego, but it will. If it gets its secondary effect, it will. Alright, Element Source is pretty good because it could stop any effect that... Oh, what? A third Black Stego? You literally... What? Where are all the dinos? Why do you keep drawing the same dinos? I'm not mad, okay? I'm surprised. It shouldn't... Like, the logic and the statistics shouldn't work out like this. You should be drawing other dinosaurs, but you're drawing the same dinosaurs. But whatever. Cyber Raider's dead. 3,000 damage will be dealt instead of 33, which means your opponent gets one more turn. This will literally be the last turn of our opponent, of Sheppard. For the first duel, anyway. And by the looks of it, it looks like Tyranno just has the power advantage. Even though Sheppard did get a good monster out once, the Earthquake was perfect. And was able to take advantage of its low defense stat. An Element Source stopping Sheppard from drawing 2 cards from Cyber Phoenix is pretty good. Now let's see here. Alright, let's see what happens. 200 life points left. Can they make a difference with that top deck, or is this the end of the duel? I give you, honestly, 90% odds that this will be the end of the duel. I can't think of a single card in Sheppard's deck, but maybe those trap cards have been waiting for something to happen. So let's see. Yep, Cyber Esper will hold them back. Ha ha! It's only, wait, 1,800. It should have held him. Oh, it was a fire monster. Because it was a fire monster, he got buffed. Oh, Cyber Esper normally could hold back Element Source, but not in this case. That is super funny. The fire buff comes through, and the winner for duel number 1 is Tyranno Hassleberry. But it's okay. Most of that duel was won because of a Jurassic World field spell. I'm not even joking. Without that field spell, they wouldn't have been able to kill any of those monsters. But to each their own. Let's see what happens. Duel number 2 is on its way. Both of these characters are kind of monster reliant. Sheppard, the monsters are kind of bad, but if they can get the Cyber Ogre combo like they did in the first duel they had way back when, they will be able to win. They just need Cyber Ogre 2. Cyber Ogre 2 basically has a Metamorph effect, which is busted. Cyber Ogre 1 is fine. Cyber Ogre is fine too. Just 1900 attack is good. But we'll see. Dinosaur gets to start the duel, and they will decide whether or not that they, if they have a good monster. Personally, when it comes to Black Stego, I don't play them face-up attack mode unless I'm being funny. But Hyper Hammerhead, a really good monster, kind of showing that a little early, but to each their own. Maybe that's all they have to show, seeing as they have no spell and trap cards. That is a really good monster that is worth popping if you have the ability to pop a card. Alright, well, Chancellor Sheppard will set, probably put another monster down because they have a good amount of monsters in the deck. A lot of cyber cards that are lesser known cyber cards. Alright, so that did not work out too well for Tyranno because their opponent has 2 back row and a monster, whereas you have nothing. You literally have, like, you need monsters. That Black Stego, okay, might as well. I mean, it's fine because you're guaranteed to attack directly this turn. It doesn't matter what your opponent's defense stat is, Hyper Hammerhead does not care. Hyper Hammerhead is just a better wall of illusion because it doesn't matter if you attack it or it attacks you, you're going back to the hand. Alright, there's Cyber Shadow Gardener, which if it goes into attack mode, you give it the Black Stego. If it goes into... Oh! Get MST chained! And just like that, the Cyber Shadow Gardener will not be working again. It did its job last duel, it stalled a little bit, but this duel, not so much. And Cyber Raider will die. It's not getting bounced back to the hand. Unless you have By Road Sacrifice, you're going down. Alright, Cyber Raider goes... Black Stego goes in, and more damage is dealt. Tyranno's deck is in control of the duel, despite having low attack monsters currently. Alright, just gonna set that card. Nothing wrong with that. Gotta play a little defensively after all. And there's an Element Source, making it so that no matter what that card's effect is, it will die. But, honestly, I would still attack it with, Hyper Hammerhead. Because if it does have enough defense, you'd rather put it back in the hand anyway. That's exactly right. There you go. Get back in the hand, and 2,700 damage is coming right through. Tyranno Hassleberry is in complete control of the duel. 100% control of the duel goes to Tyranno Hassleberry. That is really good. Really, really good. Alright, we have our end phase, and let's see what these guys can do. Well, we just got a set, nothing wrong there. But do you have a monster? I mean, we know you do, but do you have a monster that could actually deal with Hyper Hammerhead? Something with 1,500 attack at least. Doesn't matter if you have to crash, just get rid of it while you have the chance. Like, honestly, I don't even know how you come back from this. You need Power Bond. Like, you need Cyber Ogre number 2 Power Bond, and you need to do as much damage as possible before things go south. Because as of right now, you are in a lot of danger. Alright, we have Cyclopean, which is a good card. I remember using that when I played as Sheppard, but I made sure I didn't have a hand when I played that card. You have limiter removal, don't you? Oh, wait, limiter removal doesn't work on that monster. What are you planning? I'm actually a little confused. I don't know what you're planning. Yeah, that's a Beast Warrior. It looks like a machine, but it's a Beast Warrior. Cybernetic Cyclopean is a very misleading name. And Earthquake guarantees that whatever your plan may have been, it will fail. And if your opponent has another monster in their deck, you are about to lose. Because all of these monsters will kill you. If they have one more monster in their hand, they will kill you. Little weird Black Stego is Tribute. Yeah, that's it. That is it. Dark Triceratops with the Earthquake doing piercing damage guarantees the duel unless a trap activates. This is super bad for Chancellor Sheppard. Tyranno Hassleberry is getting his revenge for the school making him a raw yellow when he totally earned Obelisk Blue status. But then, you know, they all realize that the colors don't actually matter. It's just the teachers wanting to enact some freaking elitism on them, which is really rude. It's really rude to have it like that. But to each their own. This guy is dead, and it looks like Element Source and Hyper Hammerhead will have fun with the remains. Cybernetic Cyclopean, do you have a trap card you could still activate? You did have By Road Sacrifice, but your opponent still has an attack left with Hyper Hammerhead, which can guarantee a 1,500 damage. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Cyber Ogre, even if you are here, you're going back to the hand, which means that you cannot stop anything. Unless you have Poly. You bought yourself one turn, though. I will admit it, with what you did, you bought yourself one turn. That trap card saved you. Because it was a perfect play from freaking Dynasty. That freaking Dark Triceratops Earthquake combo was perfect. And they lost. What did they lose? Survival Instinct is not important. It's a very unimportant trap card for this, the way this duel is going. And Graceful Charity is an amazing top deck. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Is it possible? Let's see what they throw away. Power Bond would kill them, but anything else would be useful right now. Polly and the one Cyber Ogre mixed with another could actually bring back Chancellor Sheppard. Unless these dinosaurs find a burn card that could do 400 damage. Well, let's see what they throw away. This is game deciding. Graceful Charity could turn this entire duel around. They just have to think of the combo that works. They have to get rid of 2 cards, which I'm sure they don't even need. And then they have to think of the combo that will work. They have a set card. Do they have a trap card? That's the real question. They do not. That means this duel is as good as over. The piercing damage itself will win them the duel, even if it's a Cyber Archfiend. Piercing damage, go. And the duel is over. Chancellor Sheppard is out of here, even with that Graceful Charity. The winner, Tyranno Hassleberry. He's freaking awesome. That's going to be it, everybody. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.